Hey kids, Dad here. It is Friday. It's Friday, Friday. Gonna get down on Friday. January 30th, 2026. It is 8:11 a.m. and I've just finished my morning support group meeting. Just started work, caught up my emails. Now I'm taking a little 5-minute break to record you guys a video. Got a new resident yesterday. Guy showed up to Bravo Zulu House, coming to us from Pennsylvania. He's from outside of Philadelphia. He's in his 30s. He was in the Air Force, which typically I'd kind of like, Air Force, right? But this guy is what we call a PJ. PJ, that is Para-Jump Rescue. So what does a PJ do in the Air Force? So they go through airborne school, just like I did. In fact, when I went through airborne school, we had a couple Air Force guys there. They were PJs. And after airborne school, they go to some more advanced airborne training where they learn what's called Halo. So for me in airborne school, and all the jumps I did, all the probably 60 or 70 total jumps I did, they're what's called static line. Means that your parachute is hooked up to the plane by a cable, and the plane's going about 1,000 feet over the ground. So when you step out of that plane, the parachute automatically opens, and then you're on the ground pretty quick because you're flying so low. But Halo, which is what PJs get to learn, that's where the plane is up so high you can barely even see it. And that's when they jump out of the plane, they free fall. And they wait till they get lower to the ground, and then they pull their own parachute. They need oxygen masks and everything because they're up so high. And what PJs do is they're special operations. I got to work with a number of them over the years. And their whole mission is if a American allied pilot gets shot down, they're the guys who go rescue that pilot who'd been shot down. That's kind of their primary mission. So that's pretty cool, right? If you think about it, if an American pilot gets shot down, could be over bad guy territory, right? So if we got to go get that pilot back, because pilots are very, very, very valuable. Very valuable. They have a ton of training. So to get that pilot back, you have to parachute into enemy territory. And then not only is it just the jumping out of the plane, parachuting in that PJ's got to know, as I learned, certainly, that's the easy part. That's the easiest part of the job being a paratrooper. It's jumping in. Anybody can step out of a plane. Gravity does the rest. So what do you do once you hit the ground? And you're in enemy territory. And you're surrounded. And you're definitely outnumbered. And all you've got with you is whatever equipment you had when you jumped out of that plane, which ain't very much. Maybe anywhere from 60 to 80 pounds worth of equipment. That's where the hard part comes in. That's where the training comes in, is what to do once you hit the ground. So this guy came to us with pretty advanced training, and he's going to be here for as long as it takes for him to get to a healthy place. And once he decides he's ready to move on in life, so hopefully he'll be here for maybe a year, maybe 2 years. And the neat thing, I wanted to share this, is he has a dog. So he brought with him a 6-year-old golden doodle. So kind of looks like Ginger, but bigger. And it's a boy. His name's Griffin. So last night, I'm sitting on the couch watching the hockey game, and Griffin comes up to me and getting to know me. And I'll tell you what, this Griffin is just all over me. He just loves me. He's sitting there, coming up on the couch, laying his head in my lap, and I'm just scratching his ear for probably 2 hours. It was pretty neat. And then this morning, Griffin comes down the stairs and comes peeking into my room, kind of looking at me like, is it okay to come in? I'm like, yeah, come here, Griffin, during my morning meeting. And I got to scratch his ear and give him a little good morning. So that was pretty neat. It made me think of you guys. It made me think of you, Finnegan, in particular. Remember you talking about it at Michael's office the other day, about when we were talking about what we do when we're stressed out. You're talking about pet and cuddling a dog. I've got to experience some of that the last day here. And Finnegan, I think you're right. It's definitely helpful. Definitely made me feel at peace. And when the dog kind of snuggles up with you, ooh, that's the best. So, anyhow, you guys may know we got some world-class dog kennels here. Can hold up to 12 dogs. Whole building, top line kind of deal, custom built. So eventually we're gonna have more dogs down here, but right now we got one so far. The first one. It's been pretty cool. So, anyhow, I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful Friday. Hope you guys have a good weekend. I get to go to do jujitsu tomorrow morning. Going up to Richfield. I got a 2-hour session. I'm gonna be wrestling, jujitsuing against all my old buddies. So hopefully I'm still in good enough shape for it. So I love you guys. We'll talk tomorrow.